Me kind of video. I've never done one of these before and this is driving me crazy. Ugh. So this is my face with absolutely no makeup on. I just have moisturizer on. You gotta moisturize your face, you know. So anyways, let's just get started. I'm going to prime my face and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier's Radiance Primer. I talked about this in my last video, so why wouldn't I use it? I'm just putting it on my entire face. And this stuff feels kind of like lotion. Or cream, like sunscreen or something. It doesn't feel like, you know, those silicone based primers feel. It's very much it feels moisturizing and not so slippery. Okay, now that my primer is all over, the next thing I do is I correct my under eye circles. I have really bad under eye circles. They're hereditary and they're god awful. But that's fine because that's what makeup's for. I got a sample of the Napoleon The One concealer. Napoleon's really expensive, so I'm kind of just trying everything out before I kind of splurge on their products. So just in this little thingy. But it's super orange. I don't know if you can see how orange that is. Yeah, really orange. But that is gonna help with these crazy little dark circles we have under here. And literally, you don't need hardly any. This is probably too much, to tell you the truth. So just dab that under my eye. This is just a corrector. So what a corrector is going to do is it's just going to correct that dark bluish, purplish underneath your eye. And then as soon as we're ready for concealer, we'll go over it again and brighten it up. So this doesn't need to be anywhere else other than just on top of that dark circle that you are trying to cover up. Okay, so as you can see, I have these beautiful little orange circles around my eyes. And that's just really cute. I'm going to be trying out the Makeup Forever HD foundation again. I did try this out with a beauty blender. It sheared it out, so I'm going to be using my flat top brush today and see if that will give me a little bit more coverage that I'm looking for. So I'm going to just put this on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to do 2 pumps for now. And then I'm going to dot it all over my face. And you don't have to do it this way. You can put your foundation on any way that you feel comfortable. Cool thing about makeup is there's no rules. I'm gonna need another pump. This is just the way I like to do it. And if you don't like it, don't do it. And I'm gonna go down my neck because nobody wants a mask. Don't I look attractive? So I'm going to be taking my little flat top kabuki brush, which I have not cleaned in a while, and please don't do this ever. Clean your brushes. Don't be disgusting like me. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm taking my brush and I'm patting it on my face to kind of get it into my skin. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and buff it after I'm done patting. So I'll just go like this. I realize my hair is all over the place and that's okay. And I'm making sure that I get it into my hairline, because the most important thing when you are doing your makeup is to blend. And I mean blend until you think you haven't blended enough. You probably need to blend some more. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I really do like this foundation tons better with the brush. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to conceal the blemishes that my foundation did not cover up. I actually really like this agent. This is supposed to be for your dark circles underneath your eyes, I think is what it's made for, but I kind of like it for some of the blemishes. So what you do is you just retract it up, and then I go around my nose, get some spots. My forehead. I think that's basically it. And then I just take my finger and just kind of dab it. I'm not going to swipe it. You want to dab it to get it pushed into your skin, and that's going to make you get the most coverage out of the product as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is highlight my face, and I'm going to be using my MAC Prep and Prime. You don't have to use a MAC Prep and Prime. You can use a concealer that's a couple shades lighter than your skin tone. Anything that's going to just kind of brighten up the areas that the sun would naturally hit. Anything that you highlight, you are going to bring forward, and anything that you contour or bronze or darken, you want to take back. So I'm just going to take my highlighter pen and click up for product. It's coming out. Yeah. And I'm going to highlight my chin. And then I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna look like a crazy tribal warrior in a second. And then I'm gonna bring it up on my forehead in like a little triangle shape. And then I'm gonna bring it from here to here. And then on top of my lip. I know. And then under my eyes, and I'm gonna make a triangle. And let me just tell you guys, by no means do you have to do this. This is my excessive face routine. So on days that I want full coverage, this is what I do. On days that I want to be extra dramatic, what I do. But by no means do I do this every single day. And by no means do you have to do this ever. So then I take that same brush that I used to blend all my foundation in, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this. And I'm patting and lightly swiping, but basically just patting. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna add a little bit more dimension to my face. Since I just put one color of foundation on my entire face, it's gonna be very flat. So what I wanna do is I wanna go in and add some more dimension with highlighting and contouring. So it's gonna look more like the natural shadows of your face, if that makes sense. And then after I'm done highlighting, I'm going to go in with my concealer and just kind of brighten up that little area underneath my eye. So I just go like that. You don't need too much. And then I just blend it in with my finger. Then I go back in with my brush again and I blend again. So once all your foundation and everything is on, I'm going to go in and I'm going to set everything into place using my Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I'm taking my big powder brush and I'm dipping it into the product, tapping off the excess, and then I'm going to pat it onto my face. And the reason I'm patting and not swiping is because I want it to be, I want to push it, literally push it into my skin, so I assure it is going to do its job. I'm going to go in with my NARS Laguna bronzer, and I'm hit pan, and a lot of people get really excited when they hit pan. I'm not excited. This brush came with my Coralista brush. It came in this. And I found that this is the absolute perfect brush for getting a sharp contour line. So I just dip my brush in here, and I'm going to draw a line basically from the top of my ear. If there was an imaginary line from the top of my ear to the corner of my lip, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to bring it all the way to my lip. So I'll show you. You can make a fishy face if you want, if that helps. Just like that. And then I take a little bit more product, and then I just kind of blend it out as well as blend it up in my temple. I'm not going to take it down past that line. I'm just going to kind of lightly blend it out, because the whole point of this sharp line is to create the illusion that you have pretty high cheekbones. So if I bring it down, it kind of defeats the purpose of contouring your face. Depending on your face shape is gonna depend on where you contour. I'm taking it on my jawline. So if you just imagine, for contouring, if you just imagine a 3 right here, that's gonna be where you want your contour to be. Okay, so after you are done bronzing your face, I like to go in with a smaller brush. This is just a Real Techniques, I think it's for your eyeshadow blending. It's pretty dense. I go right underneath my, right here, those creases, just lightly. And that is going to help create the illusion of a bigger lip. So it's gonna make the shadow appear a little bit larger, and it's gonna make your lip appear a little bit bigger. I would say 95% of the time I do not contour my nose because I feel like it's just not necessary, but for today's purposes, we're gonna go all out and just do it. So I get the tip of my nose right here, and then I go from my eyebrow, I go all the way down, making sure I keep the line pretty straight, and then I do it on the other side. Next, I take my highlighter, whichever highlighter you are feeling at the moment. There's so many things you can highlight your face with. You can even highlight your face with a really beautiful eyeshadow that you think is pretty, like a pearl shade, a champagne shade, a bronzy shade, whatever your skin tone is, will depend on the highlighter that you use. But if you don't have a highlighter but you do have some really pretty eyeshadows, you can use that. It's really simple. I'm just taking my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Soft and Gentle and my Sonia Kashuk fan brush, and I'm going to dust that on the tops of my cheekbones, right there. Bring it above my eyebrow and down my nose. On my cupid's bow. So now, as you can see, I have highlighted and contoured and etc. So this is kind of like my full coverage, not dramatic face. I don't know what you would call this. Now I'm going to go and finish the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Okay, so that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful, and thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys later.